Hello, everyone. Meghan's mega meltdown. Harry, distraught. What next? What comes around, goes around. This is the time when Meghan and Harry hold hands and go to hell. How satisfying is that? They have to live like this so that when they suffer bitterness, everyone is so happy. There are a lot of people who are aware of the fact that there is one thing that really irritates Meghan Markle. And, of course, the former well-known as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. And that is the absence of literally comfort care. And, more importantly, security. This was brought up once more by Harry on a recent episode of an ITV program, where he expressed his belief that it would be risky for his wife to travel back to the United Kingdom. Indeed, we are well aware of all the jokes that are currently being spoken about in Jamaica, Nigeria, and Colombia. There is no doubt that they have another plan in place. The most intriguing thing that has come to light over the course of the past several days as a result of this investigation is, of course, to think back to the month of May. Wonderful time. Spring is in the air and all that kind of stuff. And we were looking forward to commemorating something pretty big. That was something that began 10 years ago with the support of the Prince of Wales at the time. And of course, Prince William, who was also present, along with Catherine. It was interesting to note that Harry, once again, failed to even acknowledge this plainly, since he only wanted one item to be focused on him. This was the reason why he avoided acknowledging it. At this point, this is the only item that he still possesses. He was invited to attend that ceremony in Birmingham, if you remember, to celebrate it and all that kind of things, along with his cable TV actress wife Meghan Markle, as I pointed out at that specific time. Of course, we are talking about the Invictus Games, but he was invited to attend that ceremony, and then all of a sudden, something went wrong, just like it always does. 10 years have passed since the last time the Invictus Games were held, and it was intended to be a great event. Yes, now cast your mind back as I say that. Harry was present to offer a few remarks, as he always does, and to claim it for himself, despite the fact that, of course, it was not his original concept or the setup that gave him all of that kudos. As some people may say, it is precisely because of this that things begin to take an interesting turn at this point. When you give it some thought, you realize that Harry was definitely hesitating about whether or not he could come security or security. According to a reliable source within the Sussex camp, Prince Harry did, in fact, assume that Meghan Markle's wife was going to accompany him to that particular occasion. This is something that we have to declare as a matter of fact. Her anxiety, however, seems to have taken hold at the 11th hour, and her sheer fear of returning back to the United Kingdom without the appropriate security in place literally sent her into a meltdown. This is something that Harry had not seen or had to deal with before, and he simply could not put his wife through this terrible endurance of returning back, even to support him alongside the Invictus Games. Therefore, she had to go through this. You understand how this works, right? So consequently, well, it was an invite for two, and the organizers had hoped that Harry would bring Meghan along. After all, she'd managed to squeeze herself into ditching off over to Canada, and then, of course, previously to Germany, yes, where the cameras seemingly were more, shall we say, friendly over in those two venues. But over here in the United Kingdom, literally, she was having palpitations at the thought of returning. Therefore, at the 11th hour, Harry had to regrettably educate everyone that he would be certainly showing up for him. However, unfortunately, for all of the dedicated admirers of his bride, Meghan Markle, she simply was unable to face it due to her worry and fear. Now, tell me, that doesn't make you want to wipe a tear from your eye. It is not wrong to say that she has his mind so twisted he can't see what we all see. I feel she is one dangerous narcissist. Do you think that Harry and Meghan is that they go to Colombia and never come back? If you think they will go, comment number 1, and if they don't, let comment number 2. I don't think they're really going. Like Meghan's jam, just say it, and it counts. Don't need any follow-through of any kind. It's ironic that Harry and Meghan are concerned about everyone's mental health when everyone is concerned about their mental health. Not concerned about that pair at all. Their mental health is beyond help. They both need to be locked up in a secure psychiatric facility for the criminally insane and marked as never to be released. I think that both of them have serious mental problems. Anyone with normal thoughts would know that all of their lies would be exposed, and they don't get that. I would actually enjoy hearing from her mouth why she won't be in the UK. Hear her voice, as much as I cringe at the sound of it. Say why she won't be in the UK. Her fear, or whatever in her own words. Seems to be his job to explain everything, doesn't it? Meghan Markle, the self-appointed queen of grievances, always seems to find herself front and center of the drama. The irony of it all is that for someone who supposedly wants privacy and to escape the toxic environment of the UK, she sure loves to keep talking about it. One can't help but wonder, what exactly is she so afraid of? Is it the paparazzi she courted so eagerly before her royal exit? Or perhaps it's the royal duties she was so ill-prepared to handle? Let's be honest, Meghan's avoidance of the UK has less to do with fear and more to do with her inability to face the consequences of her actions. After all, why confront the people you've wronged when you can stay comfortably ensconced in your Montecito mansion? Far from the disapproving stares of those who once embraced you, it's far easier to play the victim from a distance, spinning tales of woe to anyone willing to listen. Exactly. Everything else they use as excuses is just that. Excuses. They know she will be booed majorly, and she can't handle it. She's too concerned about her non-existent brand. Like her non-existent children. Gosh, we should start booing her in America. Especially if it would make her go away. The most important thing to remember is never to ask for security anywhere. They are nobody, they are nothing. Tax-funded security in Britain is not their ultimate goal. IPP status is internationally protected person, which means free security wherever they go in the world, including taxpayer security in America, immunity from lawsuits and legal action against them, and access to everything from national security and intelligence to our addresses and children's names. They pose a dangerous abuse of power. Moreover, IPP status should not be given to rogue elements in our society who are unaccountable to anyone. It is reserved for those in government or who are employed by the government and travel to other countries on behalf of the government, be it working members of the royal family, government ministers, ambassadors, embassy staff, etc. It is absolutely extraordinary that Harry should believe he is entitled to everything you mention without being answerable for his actions, especially to the king from whom he derives any semblance of power and status. In fact, it is complete madness. Certainly, Meghan is a coward and was afraid of the backlash or booing, not settling foot in the UK. She doesn't even hear the boos. Her ego just hears cheering in her head. She doesn't give a fig what anybody thinks. She's so stuck up and looks down on everyone. After all, Invictus would be wise to drop Harry and their wife and replace them with Zara and Mike Tyndall. As for the Meltdown, sounds like a bad acting job to me, and the lapdog fell for it. It's understandable. Meghan's anxiety kick in because she is afraid of terrorism, knife attacks, or acid throwers, or is it simply a case that she is anxious about endless boos? Deal with the boos, Meghan, you have earned them, and it is our right to give them to you. It is a simple fact that she is reviled worldwide, and the people of the UK have been insulted over and over again by that woman. Why wouldn't they exhibit their disgust if she appeared in person? She insulted Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth, Charles and Camilla, William and Catherine, Anne, and every citizen of the UK. I would boo her, and I am not a citizen of the UK, but I do live in a Commonwealth country, and I adored Philip and the late Queen. Another excuse for Harry to keep beating a dead horse with regard to his IPP status. Perhaps if he hadn't used Meghan's safety as another reason for his family's security issues, if he and the wife had ceased the malignant diatribes spewed forth about the royal family, the world may have more favorable regard for them. Not a good actress, but better when she is the writer and director of her own script. She has, however, perfected falling in a heap on the floor, sobbing. Ah yes, why would she have a meltdown when she blatantly lied in the recent TV interview? Oh wait, she's looking for attention again. She's not that important, and she needs security. She wants security to make her look important. Maybe they want security because it will save them millions, and taxpayers will have to pay for it. They can go anywhere in the world and get security paid by us. There's no way they should get it. They are not working royals or heads of government, heads of state, or a foreign minister. What a load of tripe. Meghan is really disliked, but none of us would hurt her. It's really getting on my nerves. They keep implying anyone would do anything. They are a disgrace. She's an actor. They lied. She had a panic attack, as she is scared of any booze she'd face. And quite right too. I have no sympathy for her and don't believe any crap out of her mouth. What about you guys? What do you think about these issues? I can't wait to hear your feedback. Please comment below. Thank you for watching my videos. Support and love us more by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again.